Hey guys, it's me. This is like my third attempt today. I did one earlier when I was walking, but that was really kind of depressing. And I'm like, I haven't vlogged since Monday, so maybe do something a little bit more upbeat. So, short vlog today because it's really just a hi! I know, it's like been forever, but it's kind of hard to vlog when you don't really have anything to do. Like, you literally aren't going anywhere. Though, I think my mom is still debating about going up to Mackinac Island or not. But hi, people! It is Saturday. It's a beautiful day. I went out for a walk. It was fun. It was chilly. Came home and I cleaned my room. It's so nice. It's so nice and neat. And this will all be totally destroyed tomorrow morning when I get up. But yeah. So nice, neat. My headphones. Oh my gosh! I got a new pair of headphones, which guys probably did not know about, but these are the headphones you've been seeing me in most of my vids because I film when I'm out walking. So these are my headphones. I have people freak out over them because they got Star Wars stuff on them. That are just stickers. But they kind of have like ball bearings or something in them because as you can see, this can fold up. I set these on the floor and I stepped on this one and I broke it. So that's why it's taped and it was working fine until suddenly it's like, it doesn't want to work anymore. So these are my old ones and these are my new ones. Notice what is missing. It does not have a cord. Yay! These are wireless and they are completely awesome. As you can see, I have Star Wars them up, of course, because I can't have anything that isn't like kind of Star Wars up for tech. But they work awesome. They got a little plug in the bottom so I can hook them into my computer, which I thank my brother so much he gave me the cord because he has a pair like this and he gave me the cord for his. So I can hook them up into my computer, which is great because I love listening, putting these in and watching stuff. And it will really be great because we don't have cable right now. I'm not that choked up about it. I mean, I lived most of my life without cable. I think I was 16 when, because I lived in the country till we lived in the country till I was 16. So we didn't have cable out there. Didn't have internet, and we did not get cable till we moved into the city. I was 16, almost 17 years old. So I never had cable till I was 16. So that meant I was going through junior high and like part of high school not knowing anything about these shows. Like I didn't discover Buffy till I was like, till Buffy was done. Okay, that's what it was. But we didn't have cable till I was 16, so I've lived without it. The only thing I can't live without internet. And we didn't get that till I was in college. So I was like 20, 21 when we finally got internet. So I'm actually happy that we still have internet. I can't live without cable. I need internet, obviously. But no cable right now. The only thing I'm bummed out is Monday night is the summer finale of Shadowhunters. I'm not going to be able to watch that live. Which makes me sad. Oh my gosh, I love Shadowhunters so much. And I was still like freaking out over last week's episode. I was yelling at Mangus and Alec for being idiots and not getting back together, and then I was cheering for Jace and Clary, and I was like, I had no clue what the heck was going on, and then there was like zombies, I'm like, ah! I'm like, why am I watching Night of the Living Dead? I'm like, I'm not, I'm watching Shadowhunters, which makes it okay. But it was an awesome episode last week. Like I said, I love Shadowhunters. It is currently, I don't watch a lot of TV, so the TV shows I do watch. I watch, of course, Star Wars Rebels, which will be starting up in a few weeks, apparently. It's the final season. I'm going to cry. I watch Star Wars Rebels. I watch Shadowhunters. I love watching Rattled and Outdaughtered on TLC. I normally, if I have the TV on and there's nothing in particular on, I will generally watch like CNN. Or I will watch TLC and I will watch like Big Fat Gypsy Wedding, or I will watch something on Animal Planet. I love Pitbulls and Broly's. I love animal shows. I admit it, I don't watch it live, but I do like watching the show, the docu-series. I love the CNN, the 90s series. I love those series, which I'm mad because I think I missed the episode about the one they just aired, but I love watching those. I admit it, I do watch Escaping Polygamy and Leah Remini Scientology in the Aftermath on A&E. But I don't watch those live. I usually, I just watched the first season of the Scientology show. And I don't know where my Blu-ray player went. Oh, there it is. behind me on the floor. But normally, I don't watch a lot of shows. If my TV's on, it's really just for noise. So I actually don't really watch a lot of live TV. So I'm bummed about not getting to watch the Shadowhunter summer finale live, but I can always find it somewhere else. So that's the only bad thing. But nice day, a little chilly out. Wish I could give you better news. There's not a lot of news on the relationship front. I'm actually starting to doubt my decision about going with Aaron. I'm not sure. We were doing fine, and then he went off. We have two completely different attitudes towards when it comes to physical intimacy. He kind of has like this almost very casual attitude about it, and sometimes it does kind of strike me as creepy. And I don't, so I don't know. And it's not just that we're both Lutheran, we're both Christian, but with physical intimacy, it's the same with our religious beliefs. I'm practicing, he's not. And that kind of makes it hard for me. Because obviously I want a guy that I can go to church with and stuff, and he just doesn't want to go. And then there's the fact that I haven't told him yet. This was a conversation we had when we worked at Staples, but we talked about where we'd ideally like to live, and he likes living in a city. He likes being where everything is and stuff, and I don't particularly like living in a big city. Like, I don't even really like living in Midland that much because it's too big for me. But he does, and I don't, and so I haven't even told him that I'm thinking about, I am seriously, really seriously thinking about this. I am looking into ways to move back to Marquette, where I was there for a couple months, and I loved it. Marquette is just my idea of the perfect city. The actual city of Marquette is very small. It's small and it's quiet, and the population drops and lowers based on the college, which is actually so integrated into the community that it doesn't have the typical problems of a regular college town. It's very quiet. It's very subdued because of how much it's literally like the community grew up around the college instead of just the college being, boom, here it is. But there's literally like really no separation between the city and the college. Like, you wouldn't even really know it's a college, except there's all these big buildings and there's signs that say Northern Michigan University and stuff. But there's like a bus stop every there and stuff, so it's very integrated, and I love that. I loved living there. And it's like, in the town itself, everything is situated, so it's like a 5, 10, 15-minute walk. Like, when I went to get groceries, it was a decently priced grocery store like 10 minutes away from my dorm. So, and their beach is like 15 minutes away, so it was lovely. And I loved it up there. And I either want to move there, or I'm seriously, because I loved my time on Mackinac except for work, the job I worked at. I'm seriously thinking about trying to find a year-round position on Mackinac Island so I can move there, because that's even one step further in that it is so small. There's like about 200 people who live there year-round, and I'd like to be one of them. And with no cars, and so I really wouldn't have to worry about traffic. I just have to watch my money because it's so expensive to live up there. But I want to move up someplace like that. He doesn't even want to live in a city like Marquette, even though Marquette has all the modern amenities of a big city. You know, it has coffee houses. It's a college town. So it has all these modern amenities and all these really nice stuff. And it's not like there's no big box stores. All the big box stores, Target, Walmart, there's a Kohl's, I think, and there's a Dollar Tree, and there's a Shopko, which you have to live here to understand. Shopkos are only found in Michigan and Wisconsin. But all those big stores are actually located out on the highway, and that's like a 10, 15-minute drive away from the city itself. I like that. I like all the big back stores being outside because it makes it feel less crowded. But when I tried to explain to him the reason I miss living out in the country was because living in the city, it makes everything I like to do, like going to the library, going to the store, going to stuff like that, it makes it feel like a chore, like something very mundane. When we lived out in the country, or even when we lived on the other side of town away from the library, going to someplace like the library, going to the store, it was a big deal because it was so far into town and we didn't really get to go. So it was like a big, huge deal. It was so fun. It was nice. It was a treat. Like a weekly shopping trip. That was a big treat. Now it's like the most mundane thing I can do because I live in the city. You know, it's no longer a treat. A treat for me is getting out of the city. You know, I kind of miss that. I kind of miss like the going out and doing something like something regular, mundane, like shopping. And having it be something so special and fun because you don't get to do it. So, and I miss having space. There's so much I miss. Like, I miss being able to walk down a street and not worry about getting hit by a car or being flipped off or stuff like that. And I think that's the thing. What I miss most is like the camaraderie, the closeness. Even in Marquette, where there's like a good 2,000 people, it was still had that very tight knit feel because you're living in the UP, which is basically Michigan's frontier. So I kind of miss that, and that's what I'm looking for. And I could have sworn I brought a prop with me. I did. It's over there. That's what I want, and that's how I want my kids to be raised. And he is like pretty much the complete opposite. He doesn't even want to live in a place like Marquette. He doesn't want to even live. He wants to move further south. He wants to go live in a big city like Detroit or Chicago. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I may live in Midland now. I may be living in the city now, but there's still this part of me. It's a big part of me that's still a country girl. You know? Marquette is a big city. That's as big a city as I want to live in because it still has a very country rural feel for all that it is a college town with all these really cool modern stuff. You know? I am still this country girl. I still want to have a farm with lots of animals, and I want to be kind of making my own way. And he is like, it's like we have two completely different, we like each other. We're complete opposites. This is the best way we can say it. We say it like this. If we were actually Force users and we had to belong to one group or another, he would be a Sith because he just has this need to possess and stuff, and he says he's a mean dude. I don't think he's mean. He's not mean to me. And I would be a Jedi. He actually thought that my attitude was fake because I'm the first person he met, apparently, that was really genuinely nice and happy and just wanted to help people. So he was like, I threw him off for a minute because apparently he never met anybody like me. And I'm like, I think I might be the only person in Midland that's like that, and that's why. So I threw him off when we first met because my attitude is such a total opposite of his and other attitudes he's met. That isn't to say I don't have a temper. I have a temper. I can get really mad and frustrated, and you guys have seen it. I can get really down, and I have anxiety and stuff, but I try to push that aside because I want to be happy and help people, and that's what I really am. That downside, this happy-go-lucky girl. But we're totally different opposites, and we make the joke about it all the time because we're Star Wars fans. So I always call him a Sith, and he's always teasing me about being a Jedi, and I'm like, ah. But then we both agree that last night we probably wouldn't be, if we had the Force, we probably wouldn't belong to one or the other. Because I'm way too nice and positive to be a Sith, but that also means I think I'm way too nice to be a Jedi too. Because I'm literally just like, I love everybody in the whole world, and I don't care, and I want to rate, and so it's like, we just wouldn't fit in. So we kind of bond over that, but I'm not sure. My brother's not a big fan of his. My mom is not a big fan of his, so my dad doesn't really care, but it does weigh on me, you know? People are like, you're 29, you can make your own decisions. Yeah, but with me, it's always been faith, family, country. So my faith plays a big role in this. I know people probably don't like hearing me talk about my faith, but my faith has to play a big role in this. I have to remember, go over in my head, what does God think? What does God want? And what is I think he wants me to do? So my faith always has to play number one role. Number two is my family. You know, I can't go with a guy who I might marry and not have my family like him. You know, that's kind of important for me. So my brother doesn't like him, my mom doesn't like him, and it's seriously starting me to doubt whether or not this is the guy for me, and I'm scared. I'm scared because I'm scared that I might decide to walk away from him, and lose my chance at the only relationship that I might ever have. Or I'm scared that I will step up to this, I will do this relationship, and his thing is he wants us to make sure we are sexually compatible before we even get engaged, which is something I don't believe in. I don't believe you should even really be thinking about sex till you get engaged. But I'm afraid that I will either walk away and list this out, or I will step up to the plate and go, okay, go ahead, we'll do this, and have them go, oh, we're not compatible ever anyway, and walk away, and have me break the one vow I really wanted to be very serious about, which is only ever being with one guy and be that guy to be my husband. And I know, old-fashioned, but that's who I am. So I'm totally afraid that either way, I'm going to lose. I'm either going to lose a chance at a great relationship that God has put in front of me, or I'm going to lose a part of myself by going ahead and doing this and having him walk away. So, I don't know. And he makes a big deal about how he's corrupting me, which is also kind of freaking me out. So, I don't know. I don't want to lose this chance, but I'm not sure I want to take it either. So, it's just very hard, I think, you know. I think part of it is my time frame. You know, I'm a millennial. I was born in 1988, so I'm a millennial, which means I grew up during that shifting period where the older I got, the more liberal attitudes became toward like sexual relationships and stuff. So and then I have my family, which was very conservative, which still is kind of conservative on stuff like that. So I've kind of grown up in this world where, on one hand, my faith and my family are like, sex is something precious. You shouldn't just hand it out to anybody or give it away. On the other hand, I have people my age and the world saying, sex is awesome. Go out and do it. It doesn't matter. It's your body. And it's like, I don't mind the people who go out and live a life like that. It's just not me. So I think that's why I'm hesitant, because he lives a life like that. Very casual, I don't believe he's evil. I don't believe he's tainted, but it's kind of hard for me to go, I'm pulling myself back because I don't want to give up the lifestyle I was raised, because it's how I want to raise my kids. I want them to have this very good set of moral and values I had. So it's very hard. It's very hard, but I don't know. It's just something I'm going to have to pray about and think about a lot. I mean, we haven't even gone out on a date yet, which is something I said we have to do. We have to do several dates in public before I even think about it. So we haven't even done that yet. So I don't know. I'm just really, I'm kind of scared to jump either way. I don't know what to do. So I'll just have to pray a lot and figure it out. And I had to pray for the church, and I'm praying for the world. I don't want the world to end yet. I don't want us to go up in a flame of glory. No. I don't want the world to end. And I think this is what's sad, is when I look at world leaders like President Trump and Kim Jong-un, and I go, why are they acting like my 5-year-old cousins on a bad day? I literally feel that that's what they're acting like. We have two of these guys who are like pretty much morally bankrupt and who have not earned anything in their life. And Trump says, well, I earned it. No, Trump, you did not earn it. I know the difference. I'm one of the forgotten voices you said you would speak for, and yeah, you're not speaking for me yet, but I feel like that they're just having a competition of who has the bigger, and I'm just afraid that we're going to get lost in the crosshairs. But hopefully, but now it sounds like there are more minded people. Even Pence was like, let's take a break, because nobody wants to start another nuclear war. I mean, come on. We all saw what happened in World War II, and that was horrible, so. But the world is still here, and as long as the world is still here, I'm going to still be doing the best I can to make everybody's day brighter and happier and make them smile like me. Well, not like me, because I hate my smile. I hate how it's lopsided. I absolutely hate it. And people say I have the cutest smile. I don't think I have a cute smile. I do not like it. I think I have like a Joker mouth. I literally do. I call it my Joker smile when I have my full smile. It's why it's so hard for me to smile in pictures, which is why my mom's favorite picture from Star Wars night is me standing next to Chewbacca, because I have on the biggest smile, my big full-on smile. My mom loves that because now it is so hard to get me to do that. I do not like smiling, but I smile all the time in here so you guys see it. But in pictures, I don't like to smile. I don't. But, yeah. I should probably get going. There's a lot I need to do. And I just added on an accent. Sorry. I'm actually decided that I really liked having my nails painted. I liked painting my nails and having them. They look so nice and neat because my nails are stubby and little. So I'm actually going to go trim up my nails, and I'm going to paint them. Problem is I don't know. I think I know what color I'm going to paint them. I don't know. So I'm going to show you guys. I think I like it. And by the way, if any of you guys are wondering, this is a picture from the EU, from Legends. I don't remember. I don't think it's from New Jedi Order. No, it can't be from New Jedi Order, but that I put up on my wall because I loved Legends, and I'm sad that it's gone. But plus Myra's on it. She's like so cool. I love her. I wish I had. I feel kind of gypped because my mom had red hair, and 2 of my aunts had red hair, so I feel very gypped that I did not get red hair. I don't really know what color my hair is. My mom says it's brown, but all my friends say it's not brown, so I don't know what color it is. But this is what color I'm thinking about painting my nails for this week. It's called Princess's Rule. So, and that white nail polish that I call my Princess Leia Padme nail polish, that's actually called Oh My Majesty. Which it fits! It's Oh My Majesty, so Princess Queen kind of fits. So, I'm going to do pink this week. I have 2 gigs this week for work. I will be going Tuesday to straighten out the fan zone, which actually involves work. My brother and I went to Target the other day to look at headphones to see if they had anything cheap. And those headphones are only $6.36, by the way, with tax. So I wanted to go to Target anyway so I could find the probiotics, which I found them. Very easy. They're right by the checkout. And then their fan zone, and the fan zone I'm actually going to have to do work because I have to like tidy and straighten everything, and when we would buy it, it was messy. So, yay, I actually have work! But I got 2 gigs next week. I got one on the 21st, which is also the day of the solar eclipse! We're not going to see it! No, we're supposed to see like 20% of it. The best place to go see it is in Kentucky, in Louisville, which is where my grandma lives! My grandma Sharon lives in Louisville, so near Louisville. My mom's been joking about taking the day off and driving down just to go see the freaking eclipse because that's going to be the best place to go see it. She actually knows someone who is doing that, who's driving 200 miles on the 21st to go see the freaking eclipse. We're not. We're going to stay here and just see what happens. So I think the last time there was a solar eclipse, I was in kindergarten. So yeah, it's been over 20 years. I remember that because I remember huddling in the back corner of my classroom being like, who turned out all the lights? I was deathly afraid of the dark when I was younger. Actually, still am a little bit. That's why I have a candle. So, weird. And then at the end of the month, I have to go see my caseworker at DHS because I have Medicaid. Because of how my job is working with the pay structure and everything like that, my caseworker actually came up with the idea just to monitor so that if I suddenly start working more hours, they can adjust my pay for me to bring in my pay stubs at the end of the month and just file them away so they can keep track. So like to see what I'm doing every month. Because like I told her, there might be a month where I actually don't work at all, which would suck. So, but what are you going to do? And I actually, speaking of job, I actually did come to a decision that originally I was only going to work at Lawrence Merchandising for like 2 or 3 months just to get it under my belt and still do some job hunting. But I was talking to my mom about this, and she asked me, do I realize where I would be after 2 or 3 months? It's going to be the height of seasonal, which means I will start applying for jobs, and all I will be looking at is seasonal jobs, which means I'd only be working like October, November, December, January, if that. So maybe 2 to 4 months of work, and then I'd be out of work again. So actually, my plan is I'm just going to keep working this job for as long as I can, and then in January, I'm going to start looking for a regular full-time job. Full or part-time job. And I'm also going to start looking into companies that are in Marquette or Mackinac Island or Sault Ste. Marie or somewhere up there so I can look into moving to the UP, which I know I should probably tell Aaron about if we have any chance of making this work, which we don't even know yet because we haven't even gone on a date. So it's like I always complained. When I turned 18, I said, I don't feel like an adult. When I turned 21, I said, I don't feel like an adult. I turned 25, I don't feel like an adult. I turned 29, I'm going to be 30 in, September, October, November, December, January, February. In like 6 months, I'm going to be 30. And it's just now I'm seeing her going, oh my gosh. I suddenly feel like an adult. And it took me like years after legally becoming an adult to finally at 29 feel like I'm an adult. And I just feel like there are so many choices. There's so much I have to do. Like, I paid taxes for the first time ever. And I just feel at this point, I feel kind of lost and unsure of where I belong. And in many cases, I still feel like a teenager. And I don't know. I love it now that there's apparently a hashtag for when you act like an adult. It's called hashtag adulting. So I feel like I'm doing a lot of adulting stuff. Like, it's very hard. Like, I never thought I would get to this point, and it is. So welcome to today's modern adulthood. Isn't it grand? I'm sorry, guys. I did not mean for that to get depressing or serious. I'm not supposed to be depressing or serious. I'm supposed to make things happy. Don't worry. I'm going to get going so I can go paint my nails pretty pink after I trim them and color them up. Not that they need much trimming because they're already small baby nails. So I'm going to get going, and I will try to do some vlogging Sunday or Monday. Probably won't be till Tuesday. Oh, I'm so sorry. Anyway, I'm going to get going. I love you guys a lot. Lots of love. Lots blah, 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 blah. I am American. I cannot speak English. Lots of love, hugs, and prayers from this Michigan girl to all of you out there. Mwah. Love you. Hi guys. I know I thought I said I was done for the day, but running out to the store to get some milk and stuff, and I don't know if you can tell I am soaked. It like started pouring. It is cold. Bye guys. I'm so soaked. This is so fun. We can actually hear the rain. So it's pouring. It's so cold. I took 2 showers today. I haven't done that in a long time. It was nice. It was fun. I'm glad I wore this shirt today. I don't even have a dry spot on me to dry my glasses. You're welcome. It's not.
Well, you look like you dropped Brad. I gotta go out there, dang it.
Don't blame us. So wet, but I like coming to this Walmart. Everybody knows it's nice. My mom works here. I'm so soaked. This is a fun way to end the vlog.